Yeah, very spread out at the moment anyway.
Are we back in? Got back going again. We're back. We're back. Finally. That was a long time, but we are now back where we belong.
Yeah, we are.
So I will quickly fly that into the chat.
So Ricky's pitting, just to let you know while you're doing that. Expect Brandon Clark and Marcus to react to that in due time. Ricky's on to the hards for the final stint of the race with M. Stowe onto the mediums. So these two should still be racing towards the end of this race. Obviously M. Stowe on the quicker tyre. Should be very interesting now.
Yeah, the two McLarens I just see now they've stayed out for a little bit longer. Of course, both on the hard tyre, and on a hard tyre that is quite similar to everyone else in the top six apart from Leo. And it'd be interesting to see now in which order they're going to pit. This could almost be like the real life version of Monza for McLaren.
Should there be papaya rules maybe, as cheating has a penalty and ST is clear in no penalties? Should he let him by?
This is what you'd assume, yeah. Of course, I think they're racing for around the midfield of 5th, 6th, and see what kind of decisions they make up. As I think Leo has had a spin, he's had a puncture, rear left puncture for the kick Sauber. And that's him dropped probably out of the podium. Oh, he slid around again. He can't keep it at all as he tries to drag. He's had a puncture at the best place possible, but he's making it the worst place possible because Ricky is pretty much right around the corner now. Can he just drag it back to the pits? Ricky's already passed him. This is going to be a rescue mission now for the last 10 laps. He's managed to slow it down. He will get it to the box in time, but it's now, like I said, a rescue mission for the kick Sauber, who left those mediums out for too long. And I did tell you that a medium would be hard from when they came into the pits.
Yeah,
and he has a soft put back on.
That gave the famous Shamrock facepalm. If again, whoever doesn't know that one, it's quite a famous reel or famous video. But Jesus, I was not expecting him to get a puncture after 13 laps. That's concerning for the medium runners. Hyper would be looking at that as well now, and he'd be starting to get worried about his tyres. He's on 7-lap old mediums, and he just had a rear moment, another one, coming down in that next DRS attacking opportunity.
Like I said, the hards or the mediums are very hard. Of course, he can't box for new mediums now, because if he boxes now, he'll have to go 8 laps on the medium. So he's going to at least try and get one more lap done on them, and then get back onto them probably in the next lap. But that message will probably be going across. We'll see now what Leo can do. Down now in P14, so this is a real rescue mission now. He's given himself a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and it's a real change of events for the two kick Saubers, who were obviously P2 and P3 at one stage in this race, and they've gone to P7 and P13. We have a yellow flag there for that Williams.
I think it's Hyper. No, he's in the pit. Sorry, I'm getting mad over everything. I've seen a load of loss. But if you look at it this way, Brandon Clark, who I think the plan was maybe that Brandon Clark pit before Marcus and then come out just behind him, but instead he's made his pit stop, and the closest car to him is I Love Cheating, who still hasn't come into the pits for his final stop. So Brandon, well, it's definitely his race to lose. But of course, having that penalty, the thing that could really worry him is if a late safety car comes out.
And Ricky would definitely be hoping for that to happen, I'd say.
That's what he'll be looking for. Stowe the same, and then just try and keep with Brandon for as long as he can. But it looks like Brandon, after this tricky start last year, is going to finally win his, well, touch wood, have no commentator's curse here, as he sets the fastest lap of the race. It looks like he's going to have his first win in Formula Aero.
And it looks like as well, in terms of the on-track result at the moment, Haas are having a
Yeah,
fantastic
definitely.
race so far. P4 and P5 at the moment.
Yeah, and I think you were saying about Pickle Alex having a spin midway through the race while I was having connection issues. He's recovered all the way back up into P5 now at the moment. Now, that to be said, he may have to pit again, although on the hards, I think the hards and the mediums in terms of tyre life are very similar though. So I'm thinking he will struggle to get them till the end. You'll be looking at Quiet Boy, the likes of ST not too far behind. Nathan probably won't be a worry, but they'll look a lot more threatening as the laps go on.
Yeah, and obviously just 6 laps to go in this race. Brandon really not going to be wanting a safety car, but Ricky is gaining time actually. That time is going down. It's 4.8 seconds, and obviously
Well, that's to I Love Cheating and not necessarily
yeah.
Brandon. So I don't know whether that's going to be the case. I'm not too sure. I think gap to leader will have a quick look for the moment. If I think Brandon, he's 13 seconds in the lead and he is gaining, so he could nearly get to the stage where he could pit soon enough for softs. Depending on how well these next 3 or 4 laps go for him. But he really has been in a league of his own since clearing the field, and it's almost like he's too quick for the field. It's up to them now to really take it to him. Of course, he is a fairly inconsistent driver, and that's definitely well known. But he's shown today that if he's shown today that if he does put his mind to it, he has a championship to win, and he's going to do his best to try and do that. And he's put out a real statement here in round 1.
Yeah, he has indeed. I mean, coming from the back and then 12 seconds out in front is on a whole nother level. It's definitely dominance. Whether he wants to do that for the rest of the season, I mean, that might be boring for him, and he might, as you said, he's inconsistent.
Well, of course, he nearly didn't show up today. I think that's something to say. As Jitter Archie. Oh, it's a safety car. Jitter Archie has had a spin
Latifi
in round 3. Latifi. And it's game on for the last few laps of this race.
It is game on. Ricky licking his lips.
Yeah, the pack is spread out so much that he'll pick up the safety car lap 24. He'll have to do at least another lap. He'll come back in. You'll have 26 and 27, and that's all Ricky and M. Stowe have to do. Now, does Ricky get out ahead of M. Stowe this time? He does. They also get into the pits. Now, Brandon will get a chance to get into the pits as well. So it's a chance for him, but it's a chance for pretty much everyone, because you look at the likes of Leo now, he has now a chance to catch up to everyone, and then you have the likes of Pickle Alex, who was in a good position. Now he's finally going to get in and show the last of his pace, although unfortunately for all those drivers that did come in for softs, John's boy, or I Love Cheating, who stayed out for that long. Who's hit the safety car? Stranger McD has hit the safety car. I think he tried to pick it up and he has lost both end plates. Now, he didn't pit anyway. He was on the mediums. And how old are his mediums? I think they were fairly new. Yeah, 4-lap old mediums. He's going to have to come into the pits now, I'm sure. Of course, I think he's able to, and he's not going to come out too far behind, but that's very unfortunate for him. There was a lot of confusion there. I think M. Stowe just barely avoided it. And the likes of I think I was riding on board there with I Love Cheating as I seen it happen. I was just saying with him, he stayed out. We were saying about the papaya rules. He stayed out for as long as he could on those hards, and well, it's all come to benefit him now. Even with the penalty, he's in a great position.
Yeah, he is, and it's just a matter of if he can pull away now in these final laps. Obviously, it's going to be hard to do that. We're looking at lap maybe 25. For when this safety car will come in, could be lap 26 even, given the way that the field is so spread out.
Well, we'll get started. Lap 26 will be the next racing lap. I think is definitely going to be with how well the field is spread out, and the safety car has to do at least one whole circuit, which will be lap 24, which means that it will come in at the end of lap 25, as long as Hyper at the back does catch up, which he should. He is only a sector, 2 sectors behind it, so we'll see what happens. But Chitter Archie, of course, had a great season with Williams last year and really was a helping hand to Quiet Boy. Obviously, everyone said about how dominant Quiet Boy was, but I think Max Verstappen over the last few years has won Red Bull Constructors Championships on his own. Quiet Boy definitely didn't win the Constructors Championship on his own with Williams, especially when John's Boy joined the field. He really needed a few points, and Chitter Archie's 63 points did definitely help Williams across the season, but he won't be scoring any today for the reigning Constructors Champions, and it's looking like either Red Bull or Haas are going to be the highest scorers of this week.
Yeah, definitely Haas have a good chance here to get on maybe a double podium, I would say, if Stowe can get past Ricky, and then Pickle Alex can just hope Ricky makes a mistake. A double podium would definitely see Haas in a good position.
If you look at it this way, I think Pickle Alex just needs to stay behind John's Boy and hold position, and Stowe just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Brandon Clark, and then that's P2 and P4. And if Pickle Alex can do one even better and stay 3 seconds behind Brandon, it's P2 and P3 for the 2 Haas drivers who, well, for a season last year, I'll tell you where Haas finished in the season last year. You can have a guess just for what I'm foreshadowing here. Without looking, where do you think Haas finished in the standings last year, Shamrock?
I think I pointed it out to Leopold and I was like, Haas are last with very few points.
Oh,
has a McLaren gone off there?
John's Boy, I think, has had just a bit of a lapse in concentration there. He's just drove straight off, and I thought he was going to hit the wall, because that's what I'm currently riding on board with. And I think that's something they're going to have to replay there. Don't know what he was doing there. He must have been checking something on his phone or something. That's why you don't.
I think he just lost concentration there, as you said.
Yeah, don't go on your phone while you're driving. That's the lesson learned there. I tell you, at least he has a bit of honesty. He won't use the pause menu. We finally got that nailed into these drivers' heads. I think he's one to actually learn, because I think he got 10 seconds off it on the final race of last season. So I think he learned that, and he would have won the last race of last season if not for that. So he's making sure he definitely doesn't use it today, despite the fact that the rule is 10 seconds. But here we go, we're ready to get going.
Ricky almost hit Brandon. That was a very heavy break from Brandon Clark, just saying.
Stowe nearly went into the back down of Ricky after that, is what I see. And now luckily no carbon fiber's gone flying anywhere, but Brandon, how safe is his driving, we wonder. Of course, there are safety car restarts regulations, as Leopold has picked up penalties. I don't know. I'd say there will definitely be a few unhappy drivers after this restart. We'll see how it all plays out after the race. For the moment, we're just going to focus on what we have ahead of us. 2 laps of racing, and Brandon's got going.
Brandon's gone already, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a fabulous start already, because he's pulled nearly half a second from Ricky. We'll see what we'll ride on board with Ricky on the run down into turn 1. Does he have more straight line speed in this setup? It looks like he does as well with the slipstream. Down in towards turn 1 they go. Brandon already harvesting, but Ricky managing to stay with him for the moment. It's 2 massive laps needed here from Brandon Clapp. Literally 2 time trial laps needed for the time trial master himself.
The big thing is the 3 seconds for Brandon Clark is what Ricky needs to stay in, and if he can do that, the win is guaranteed. But he also has to keep Stowe behind him, and he's already a second down, so it's not looking good for Ricky here.
Yeah, well, the pressure is on. We'll see what Ferrari can do. The Ferrari man, his teammate, finishing second last. He currently second on track, but would definitely love to make that first and take the lead of the championship into round 1. Brandon will feel hard done by, but he's already pulled a half a second in 1 lap, nearly 2 seconds. It's looking good for the likes of Brandon here, as Quiet Boy also making up places on Sir Nathan Yu. As M. Stowe right on the back of the Ferrari as well. Maybe he has something to say about trying to stick within 3 seconds of Brandon, as DRS won't be enabled. We'll have one time DRS we'll have on that second straight as we enter the final lap of the race. And once again, Ricky getting that straight line. Brandon Clark has derated now. He has no battery left at all. That could be the saviour for Ricky and M. Stowe on this lap. But you're going to have to hope that they don't battle, because M. Stowe is looking at this as if this is a battle for the race win here.
I think he's going to go for it through here. I think he's 110 close. I think he might go for it.
It's been a great getaway as well for John's boy, because he is now also 1.8 seconds ahead of Pickle Alex. So can he hold on to P4? Stowe and Ricky continue fighting, as I think ST and Leopold also battling there at the back. Everyone battling for places in the midfield, but we'll keep an eye on the front, because it's 2 seconds the gap from Ricky to Brandon, and M. Stowe right on the back, as well as John's boy, who may be trying to get his taken out. M. Stowe going for it into Ascari, and he's got the move done. The Haas driver's got it done, but he has to stay within 2/10 of Brandon Clark. What can he do?
2.9.
This is going to be like yesterday. Ricky is going to go for it as well. It's absolutely amazing down. He's going to try it. M. Stowe is going to try and keep with it into Parabolica, and this might just be good for Brandon. He wins the race on track. Has M. Stowe done enough? Well, it's a race win for M. Stowe, and Ricky is alongside, just less than 1/10 of a second behind. This is literally the exact same as Monday night, and Brandon, so unfortunate. The 3 podium sitters all separated by 1/10 of a second, with Pickle Alex picking up that final position there in P4. That was unbelievable.
Oh, absolute cinema. I mean, absolute cinema. There's no way you can rewrite that or even script that, to be honest. That was... what an ending. M. Stowe, what an ending.
Well, if we thought Monday night was intense, I think that's just topped it, and that is why it is the top league of this, the top tier of this league. The Swedish driver M. Stowe getting Haas, who didn't score more than 25 points last year, has got their first 25 points and will take the lead of the championship, with his teammate finishing in an impressive P4 as well, doing the team game for Haas. Brandon Clark, by far probably the best driver of today, from last on the grid to dominating the whole race. Must be so unlucky to only take home a P3, but it was a phenomenal race, and it's the 2 Ferrari powered drivers who get the job done.
Yeah, look, I think with Brandon Clark, he has himself to blame for getting that 3 seconds. I think he may have pushed himself a bit too hard on one of those laps to get it.
Yeah, you have to look at it that way.
And look, the mistakes you make, they'll come back and they'll cost you. Obviously the safety car is unfortunate, he would have run away with it otherwise, but at the end of the day, you push the limits too hard and you'll get penalties, you know?
Yeah, that is especially it. It has been an outrageous opening round of Formula Aero, and it's so far M. Stowe, the race winner for Haas, and Ricky, they both done his job. I think Brandon Clark, if we want to say one more thing as well, I think he burnt too much of that battery in that first lap trying to pull away, left him with no battery for the final lap, and despite the 2 who were battling it out, they managed to stick with him solely because their cars were probably just quicker in a straight line due to the fact they had more ERS, and it was outrageous, the battling that went on into Parabolica at the end and into Ascari. And M. Stowe, simple way to put it, he just had the bigger balls at the end to get the move done and take home his first race win in Formula Aero and the lead of the championship into Qatar next week. Shane said you'd be still waiting on him to finish if he was racing, so he's probably not wrong. Any last words to say on that, Shamrock? If you have to take over this league from now on, it depends how the lads felt about the 8 o'clock start.
I was just saying to Shane, he's still in Saudi at the moment, so I Hopefully he'll get that joke. But yeah, look, I mean, what a first race. It was, I think through halfway of it, it was obviously got split up, and then the safety car really changed the momentum. And that last lap, like, you can't ask for better racing than that. That was really good. I was really impressed. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to taking a bit of the commentary reins.
Yeah, and of course, if anyone is watching back this race and wants to hear our kind of post-analysis that we're talking about right now, Shamrock is setting up a new league himself. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. URC will be back.
Thanks to you, obviously, Gaff. Yeah, you're the one.
Well, currently we have, I think, about 12 racers confirmed, loads of reserves as well. It's going to be quality racing. Similar to this, there is also going to be a prize for the championship winner. So if anyone is interested in Thursday night racing, that is the place to go. Other than that, I think that has been the opening round of Formula Aero, and we'll be back next week, first on Monday night for Qatar, and then either this week 8 p.m. or this day next week 8 p.m. or 8:30, depending on how the lads want or what the lads want. Other than that, it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you all next week.
See you then.